Halloween is supposed to be a innocent holiday, right? Kids knocking on doors to get king-size Snickers. I mean, it's also a time for kids who play Minecraft with the internet to get traumatized. I remember I was, 11 years old, maybe younger. And me and a friend were trick-or-treating, and we went up to this one house. There was a person sitting outside with a bowl of candy. We walked up, grabbed a handful, and started walking back to the sidewalk. When the person sitting down said, "Hold on, there's something else." Now, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize this is pretty not good for a grown-ass man to ask an 11-year-old, "Hold on, can you come back? There's something else I want to give you." So I did what any normal person with common sense would do. Walk back to the table. Then, me and my friend stand up stiff when we hear a high-pitched screeching sound. It was a chainsaw. Then this clown comes from behind the house with said chainsaw. Granted, it was fake, but the only thought in my head was, well, guess I died today. But my legs just operated on their own, and I booked it like an Olympic runner. I didn't even think maybe I should run. My legs, they just did it. Then, when I'm a safe 32 miles away, I realized what I just saw, and collapsed to the ground, and let out the biggest exhale I could ever do in my life. Then my friend comes towards me with the most traumatized look I think anyone could have pulled off and said, "Did you see the clown?" No, I just like sporadically running 10 blocks down the road for fun. Then a little bit later, we go to another house to take our mind off the heart attacks that we just had. And then we see this guy acting like a zombie in the basement of the house, sticking his head and arm out the window thing. I don't know what it's called. And what did we do in response? What did my friend do in response? He realized he had a plastic sword for his costume. There was a person cosplaying as a zombie. Did I just fucking voice crack? There was a person cosplaying as a zombie. He walked up and smacked the shit out of him. Okay, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but he did go up and just gave him a little smack. But that's not the only thing we noticed in there. Actually, someone set up a speaker system to make it seem like the house was talking to us. But the thing is, the person speaking over the microphone didn't realize that I noticed him, and my mom went up and told him our names, and then he started saying our names to go up to the house, but I knew where he was, so the whole time he was trying to be creepy, I was just staring him down, and then he looks at me and goes, "Happy Halloween," and just plays it off. I don't know, man. Another part of Halloween is carnival haunted houses, and as a kid, I was absolutely terrified of them. But then I went to one with my cousin, and I kind of just didn't want to go. Then him trying to stop me from being a big pussy, walked up to one of the animatronics, looked it dead in the eyes, and with the most serious look, went, "Stop." And the animatronic was like in the middle of a jump scare, and I can't even make this up. The thing literally in the middle of it doing its thing just stopped dead in its tracks and then went back to its idle position. Actually, I remember there was this other time. Me and the same friend I went trick-or-treating with actually were riding bikes home from riding around town. Then we see these people down the road, and they're laughing like actual insane people. By the way, I don't know if this was on Halloween. It could have just been a normal weekday. I don't remember. And I think I might be repressing this memory, but I swear they were yelling at us. And at that point, I think me and my friend both knew we were either going to have to pull out some Bruce Lee fighting skills or run like Usain Bolt in 2009 breaking the world record. We did the second one, except on bikes. We kicked our legs into high gear and hauled ass straight to my house, where we threw our bikes in my carport, went inside, and prayed to giggity we weren't followed. We actually weren't, surprisingly, but holy shit. We were not, we were kind of fucked up for the rest of that night. I mean, looking back at it, it was probably a Friday night, which means there were probably just some people out being stupid like us. So it was probably nothing, and they probably actually weren't yelling at us. They were probably just yelling at each other. So I don't know. We couldn't really rationalize the situation because we were tired from riding bikes and it was late. So I think our brains just skipped to the most worst possibility in the world. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I don't really have any more stories. Plus, I want to get this video out soon. Anyways, like and subscribe if you want. It's very late at the time of me recording this, so I'm just going to end the video right now. I'll see you guys later.